first on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
These emails prove absolutely nothing other than the fact that President Trump did nothing wrong. And what President Trump has always said is that he was from Palm Beach, and so was Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein was a member at Mar-a-Lago until President Trump kicked him out because Jeffrey Epstein was a pedophile and he was a creep.
About 20,000 pages of documents from the estate of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein were released by the House Oversight Committee this week. Ahead of that fuller release, Democrats on the committee made public several emails from Epstein that mentioned Donald Trump by name in various circumstances. The emails that began almost 15 years ago were obtained by the GOP-led panel after it subpoenaed Epstein's estate earlier this year. The first group of records from the estate were released by the committee in September. Trump has referred to the saga as, quote, the Jeffrey Epstein hoax and has consistently denied any wrongdoing. Welcome into Fox 10 Live today. It's Thursday, everyone. I'm Shelby Myers. Thanks so much for being here with us. The Trump administration giving TSA workers a big thank you for their hard work during the government shutdown. United States Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem announces a $10,000 bonus for TSA employees after the long shutdown. Speaking with reporters earlier today, the secretary highlighted the work of all the TSA agents during these last 43 long days.
What I'm so proud of, though, today, and what I'm here talking about today, is the outstanding patriotism and service of our TSA officers and officials that stepped up every single day to make sure that those individuals at our airports and at our transportation systems continue to be safe and secure.
The president ending the government shutdown last night after signing a stopgap funding bill. This was the longest government shutdown in our country's history. Family members of former FBI Director James Comey and his attorney Abbe Lowell arrived at the federal courthouse in Virginia today ahead of a hearing asking the judge to dismiss the case against him. Lawyers for Comey, as well as New York Attorney General Letitia James, argued for the dismissal, saying the prosecutor who secured the indictments was illegally installed in the role. The one-hour hearing did not see a ruling from the judge. Judge Curry said she would rule sometime before Thanksgiving. She voiced skepticism about the DOJ's arguments that Halligan was lawfully appointed and Attorney General Pam Bondi could retroactively ratify the appointment. Comey has pleaded not guilty to charges of making a false statement and obstructing Congress, and James has pleaded not guilty to mortgage fraud allegations. Their lawyers have separately argued that the prosecutors are improperly vindictive and motivated by the president's personal feelings towards their clients and should therefore be dismissed. A North Carolina veteran is getting a lot of praise for his major act of kindness during a traffic nightmare Monday night. Veteran Richard Gray served in the U.S. Army from '89 to '97. But on Monday night, he found himself serving his community again, this time in the form of lobster rolls. After wintry weather stopped traffic on I-40 for hours, Gray pulled his food truck, the Bell Buoy, over onto exit 37 and started handing out food and water.
I was talking to one of my other friends, and he said that there was somebody up by the way station that said that they'd been sitting in traffic for about 4.5 hours and they needed something to drink.
He was on his way back home to Waynesville after working an event at Burning Blush Brewery in Mills River. He said he left Mills River at around 7:15 and didn't get home until 1 a.m. Talk about a traffic jam out there. We're going to talk about traffic here locally, too, in just a second, Nicholas.
Yeah, we actually did have a big traffic jam not too long ago on the Bayway, which is resolved at this point. But we'll have more on that in just a second. I do want to talk a little about the forecast. Thankfully, it's not cold here anymore, not that cold. We could use some cool weather, and it would be nice if maybe a little bit more seasonable, but not so much. Temperatures are going way above average in the days ahead. 76 degrees right now at the regional airport, 75 Gulf Shores, 70 to 73 degrees in Escambia County, Pensacola. There are some warmer pockets out there. Well, you're going to notice across the station, I know there's a lot of numbers on here, but there's reds over here. We have warmer temperatures, especially just to our west. And our forecast in the daily section shows you the warming trend with temperatures going up day by day. By the weekend, we're talking about temperatures close to 80 degrees. So really quite a warm picture. Also, don't forget, scroll down the Fox 10 weather app to submit your pictures and videos. Any sunset photos will be great. You can send those in on the weather app as well. And if you ever see that QR code, do scan it so you can get that downloaded Fox 10 weather app. It is a free app to use, and we appreciate your photos. We'll go over some of them in a second. All right, let's talk about sunrise, sunset. Sunrise this morning was at 6:18, 4:56 p.m. is your sunset. So earlier and earlier, we're at that time at this point. This is what it looks like right now outside Daphne. You can see traffic is flowing smoothly. Good news there. Here's your evening forecast. Temperatures in the 60s, so 70 to 66 degrees at sunset should be a really nice one. If you're out there, here are your weather headlines. A warmer pattern over the next 7 days, staying dry through early next week. And in fact, looking at your temperature forecast over the next few days, it is going to be really, really warm. 9 degrees, 10 degrees, 11 degrees above average. It is really going to be a warm one. Even into the weekend, if you have plans to watch football or something, it's going to be warm. Football games this Friday, probably going to be warm as well.
Okay, a little flip-flop with the weather there. I was at Greer's this morning. Again, we're going to talk about that later on too. But I had my jacket on inside.
Yes.
It was colder inside Greer's because all those refrigerators and, you know, all that going on than it was outside this morning.
Yes, that is like my favorite store.
It's the best. It's there. You can get something of everything. I mean, if you're looking for some cool beers, if you're looking for some good coffee, a hot bar, sushi.
I would get a salad. Only one thing, I have spent like an unbelievable amount of money on salads in that place.
Yes, it's based on pounds, so if you put a lot on your salad, it racks up.
You got to be careful. All right, do want to talk about your story and what's going on. We had a big traffic situation today.
Absolutely. We've got some pictures sent in to us. This is it right there on the westbound lanes of I-10 from Jeff Logan. It was an accident, as you can see. An RV caught fire. Now, all of this has since been cleared and traffic is moving again, but it was shut down for a while.
Yes, and that RV actually kind of reignited a couple times. It was a long duration thing. We covered it all through midday. It was the whole midday show we were dealing with this. And it did back up all the way to Daphne. So, of course, that is cleared now. We are all good. But unfortunately, when stuff happens on the Bayway, it is not an easy thing to get around.
Right.
So you always got to be aware. So that's why every single time, if you know, before you drive across that Bayway, you've got to check.
Yes, absolutely. I always put it into my GPS, even though I know how to get to work. I put it in my GPS every morning from Baldwin County to see if there is a crash on the bridge.
Yes. All right. Switching gears now. Remember the Northern Lights? Believe it or not, last night, I heard some reports from a few folks that were in really low light pollution areas that they could still see them last night.
Wow.
Very, very, very faint. Like not you couldn't see it with the naked eye. So I mean, it wasn't anything. But this was the other night. This night of the 11th. Sophia Graham, Northern Lights spotted over River Marsh in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
That's cool.
This was one of the. I mean, the more north you get, but once you get to like the Wisconsin, the Dakotas, Lake Michigan, it was right over their heads. And you think back to when this happened before, we had, what was it, the May 10th one, I think, where we had a few pillars that got down to here so where we could see them. And the thing that gets me about the aurora is just how large it is, how large the pillars are, how big.
So beautiful.
And it is beautiful.
Magnificent.
So an awesome photo there. We love getting those photos from across the country.
All
so that's
the
always
areas. Kathy Kelly has another one, I believe, for us. Oh, no, this is just a sunset.
I'll take that too.
Super beauty is the caption on that one.
Oh, yeah, no, lovely. And a little bit more cloud cover. Especially today, so we might have some good sunset photos there. Kendra Costa, white squirrel that lives in my neighborhood. Oh my gosh!
Isn't this cool? I've never seen a squirrel this white.
Have I? I don't know.
Usually they're, brown in color.
That's crazy.
It looks like there's
Good
snow
catch, though.
on it almost.
Yeah, I know. It looks like it's the top side That is crazy looking.
So cute. All right, Eddie and Ruth Pazent send us Stella May enjoying this cool fall weather. And this is from Loxley. Look at as the fall weather comes, the flowers have shed. It looks like
Yes.
around.
Oh, that's gorgeous too.
Sweet Stella May. Look how cute that dog is.
Poor Stella May. It's not going to be cool anymore.
No.
But at least for the next week and a half, you won't. Well, you have some cool mornings. If you like to do like walks in the cool air, the earlier you do them in the morning, and again, sunrise is at 6 something in the morning, so but the earlier you do them closer to sunrise, it will still feel cool.
Okay, well, some advice there. Stella May has a big old fur coat, so she probably wants it to be cooler.
Yes.
All right, well, thank you everyone for sending in your pictures and videos. Continue to do so no matter what you're seeing, if it's breaking news, if it's weather, if it's a sunset, sunrise, your animal, all of that and more. We will take it and we'll show it right here every day on Fox 10 Live. We've got more news coming up for you after the break, and you got another check on the forecast.
Yeah, we're looking long range at a warm forecast. All those details coming up. We'll be right back.
Investigate TV Plus. Today at 3:30 on Fox 10. Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back in. The 2026 Golden Globes will honor Sarah Jessica Parker for her contributions to television.
The show announced the Sex and the City alum will receive the Golden Globes 2026 Carol Burnett Award for her trailblazing impact.
On Instagram, the Golden Globes described Parker's career as iconic, fearless, and fabulous.
The organization's president, in a statement, said that the 60-year-old's career, quote, embodies the very spirit of the award.
The trophy will be presented January 8th. Very deserving.
Yeah,
she
huge.
is a fashion icon. She still looks really great. Sex and the City was such a hit. And just her role in that, I just feel like she's almost the same person as her character. I know she's not, but she did a great job.
Yeah.
All right, scientists have identified 3 species of tree toad that leapfrog over to the egg to tadpole stage.
The females give birth on land to dozens of toadlets, each just a few millimeters long.
Oh gosh, live birth is extremely rare in amphibians.
Out of more than 4,000 species of frogs and toads, fewer than 1% bear live young.
The 3 varieties of tree toad from Tanzania were previously classified as one species.
Wow.
I don't like frogs, toads.
You don't like frogs?
No, I really don't. They give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't really like any kind of like snakes, lizards, frogs.
I like them when they're small. When they're big, they do spook me a little bit. Same thing with snakes. Like a small snake's cute. Big snake is scary.
I'm screaming, someone help me if I see one. All right, WNBA fans can step up their game with Caitlin Clark's new pair of shoes from the late Kobe Bryant's signature sneaker line.
Nike releasing the Kobe 6 Pro, oh my gosh, Kobe 6 Pro Tro PE by Caitlin Clark.
That's a mouthful. The colorway Player Edition shoe comes in a light icy blue color and has a snakeskin texture.
The snakeskin texture is actually really, really cool, and I love the colors of this thing. Nike calls the Kobe Pro Tro 6 faster than ever with cushioned foam.
The Clark branded shoes retail for $200 a pair.
Oh boy. The apparel company and Clark have also dropped a shirt and shorts to match the release.
The Indiana Fever Guard is expected to release her first official signature shoe line in 2026. It's going to be popular. She's such an incredible player. She has brought so much more attention to the WNBA, and I know that these shoes are going to sell out like hotcakes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they look good, and I think that's kind of one of the biggest selling points is that they're cool, not just the Caitlin Clark attachment to it, but nice shoes.
They do look cool. An amazing rescue now caught on camera.
Emergency crews lifted a base jumper off the side of a cliff to safety in Grand County, Utah on Wednesday.
The sheriff's office's initial Facebook post said to avoid the area because they were searching for someone.
They later updated the post saying the jumper had been successfully rescued.
You're watching video right now showing the harrowing rescue unfolding as that helicopter hoisted the jumper off of the cliff. Can you imagine that ride right there? Like knowing, thank God you are safe, but also that ride has to be quite scary.
Yeah, I mean, you're just kind of dangling. I mean, just kind of. You are dangling. You're strapped in, but you're dangling there, and that's something. See him getting hoisted up slowly.
But if
See
he's
that?
a cliff jumper, I feel like he's probably okay with that dangle.
Yeah, you've got to have some tolerance to all of that stuff if you're doing cliff jumping.
Me, I'm gonna probably pass out if that were me.
I don't
Thankful to be
mind-
rescued, but
I don't mind heights, but that's a little much.
quite high. Doorbell camera video from Tennessee now captures a deer ramming the front door of a house.
You've got to watch this. So police in Franklin, Tennessee say the deer rammed doors on 2 houses in the same neighborhood on November 6th. Wait for it. Watch.
What?
Ah!
Not 1, but 2?
And then just runs away.
Hey. In both cases, the deer broke through locked doors, but did not get far inside the homes.
Police say after the second incident, the deer wound up in a backyard.
With help of officers and bystanders, the deer jumped over a fence and ran away.
I was running over this video and I saw the jump in and I was like, what on earth?
Why? The deer's like lost out of its mind?
And it's a buck. I mean, it's a large thing. I don't know. That is wild. Crazy stuff. Franklin, Tennessee. All right, let's go ahead and look at the forecast here. There's the headlines for you. Warm temps this afternoon, even warmer in the days ahead with very little rain. And that is going to be the story here. Here are your temperatures over the next 7 days, and they are warmer than average. You have the departure from normal here at the bottom. 7, 9, 10, 11 degrees here, getting up to around 80. So really quite the warm temperature. Where is average? Well, today's average, 71 degrees. And the trend of the averages is also down. So average becomes around 70, 69 eventually. And yeah, we're just not going to be near that over the next 7 days. I'm so sorry about it if you like the cooler weather. If you like the warmer weather, though, you're in luck. In fact, even the mornings do get a little milder. I mentioned it earlier. There's still some cool mornings ahead as we go into the weekend. 50, 56, but then 62 and 64 by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. We are preparing for our next weather maker to come in. This is an updated map from the Climate Prediction Center. This just came out a few moments ago, November 19th through the 23rd. Temperature outlook. And we've actually had to upgrade it, so even more likely now that we will see above normal temperatures all the way through the 23rd. Really looks like it's going to be, looks like we are going to be staying in the 70s for quite a while, I should say. All right. Here's where we look at right now. This is how we look right now. 73 degrees in Orange Beach. A few clouds out there. The temperatures right now, 76, 77 in Monroeville and Evergreen, 76 in Leakesville, and 76 in Mobile. Forecast highs for tomorrow, we'll see numbers right around 80 to the middle 70s there. Weekend forecast, very warm temperatures, cool mornings in the 50s, but the warm afternoons, partly to mostly sunny skies. Here's the 7-day outlook. You can see those numbers again. We're going to be right around 80 degrees. So it is a warm picture for the days ahead.
All right, Nicholas, thank you. The busy holiday shopping season is already here, and shoppers are leaning into AI in a big way this year. Let's go to Fox's Eben Brown, who with more on this edition of Fox on Tech series.
It seems to start earlier every year. The busy holiday shopping season is kicking off, and we're already seeing a big shift in retail behavior thanks to artificial intelligence. The professional services company Accenture says its annual survey shows 8 in 10 consumers plan to use AI tools for holiday shopping, and retailers are taking note.
It's able to draw across, the huge range of information out there and explain things to shoppers in very simple and understandable terms. And I think that human nature of AI as a tool is the thing that's driving that huge step up in usage.
But with all that new technology comes new frustration. Shopper stress is intensifying this year, with some 85% of customers saying they're feeling overwhelmed with too many choices. But experts say the new AI tools can actually help streamline those options.
It's helping them with resolving this question around having overwhelming decisions, raising their level of confidence they're actually choosing the right things.
And of course, what happens online is having a big impact on brick and mortar stores. A growing number of frontline workers are reporting burnout and fatigue, mostly because of angry or impatient customers. And with more consumers doing their shopping online, retailers are concerned about worker retention.
They're a thought for frontline retail workers this year.
Overall, shoppers aren't planning on slowing down this holiday season. Almost 9 out of 10 of them plan to spend at least what they spent last year on holiday shopping. In Miami, Eben Brown, Fox.
great morning today at Greer's in downtown Mobile on St. Louis Street. I was there this morning inviting you guys to come out and give those food items. We kicked off our food drive today, and it's going to last through the holiday season. So we still need a whole lot more of those canned goods and non-perishable items, pasta, anything that does not have to be refrigerated. We need it. You can take it to any Greer stores and donate there, and it's just a great way to give back because so many people are in need this holiday season, now more than ever.
Yes, and you mentioned, I loved how you said, you called them the buckets. And
I kept saying buckets.
Look for the boxes there in local Greer's, and it's just the season of giving. It is that time, and so we're happy to do this.
We're also collecting toys. Want to remind you about that as well. So you can donate toys to our Mercedes-Benz partner on Dauphin Street, right here at the Fox News Studios, or Volunteers of America through the holiday season as well.
Yeah, and we also have moments where we go out. Eventually, we will be at the Beltline Walmart. That is like my favorite thing every single year.
So fun to see how many people are so selfless and just donate and give when they go into Walmart and bring something out for kids.
We have one more thing. A happy birthday to wish. I wonder who.
Whose birthday?
Look at this. So happy birthday to you, Shelby. This was us in the conference room earlier singing to you.
So sweet. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. The
It's your
cookie
day.
cake was delicious, and I'm just grateful for another year.
We'll see you tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Thank you.